Good evening, good evening, good evening. There was a long pause as I got everything unmuted just then. Good evening and welcome back to another live stream with me, Edward from Games T, and I am joined at this present by both three, but soon to be very, very shortly four, because she's currently needing some time to actually chill and relax and land. You know, that thing that people want to try and do before they do anything exciting and fun. Yes, I'm joined by four wonderful friends of mine playing some D&D and generally causing nuisance and chaos in a fictitious world that is somehow taking up space within my head and somehow still living there and has not exploded my brain. To that end, there are a few announcements which I have to give at the start of this stream. One of those is the fact that I am an affiliate with Fantasy Grounds, and if you use my affiliate link, which will be coming up into the chat right now, if you use my affiliate link, you can help support this channel. Basically, that's what you will be doing. It does not cost you anything extra, but Fantasy Grounds will give me a little bit of kickback to say thank you for promoting them stuff. And since we use Fantasy Grounds on this channel, you know, why ever not? Let's just promote them and show our love. So yes, please use my affiliate link when finding your Fantasy Grounds stuffs. Also, you can see dotted around the screen and occasionally appearing underneath me at some point, miniatures that my players and I have all created to show off our little artistic skills and to show off the representation of our characters in the game. These have been all been made in Heroforge, so many thanks for Heroforge for providing us the ability to be able to show these off. Excuse me, to show these online and to show off our own artistic endeavours. Also, wow, 18 months. Thanks, Neil. Jeez, 18 months, bloody hell. Have I really been going this long? Blimey. Also. You can influence the game in various different ways using your channel points, and those can be either to grant a reroll, to grant advantage, inspiration, as well as also using various different sound alerts, which will definitely distract me from whatever it is I was doing at that present moment in time. So if you want to completely throw me off, you know how to do that. Please don't. What else was there? Music, yes, music, that's the thing. Music has all been provided to us by SiriusState.com, Tabletop Audio.com, Ian Grimm, Festin Studios, and Alexander Nakarada from Serpent Studios. So many thanks to them for providing us with music that we can actually share and have going on in the background to provide a certain amount of ambience to, underline and enhance our gaming experience and hopefully provide something that you guys can also enjoy this as well. I also have a YouTube channel where you can find out you can watch these guys as well as Motley Mercenaries, the Sunday Crew, and catch up on all the shenanigans that they have thrown my way, decided to do in the game to completely derail me and throw me off, and all that wonderful stuff that GMs have to cope with when they're dealing with players. So you could catch up on all their shenanigans up until now and catch up on the story as well. I believe... Is that it for announcements?
The day we meet up with them is going to be so chaotic.
Oh, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely nuts. Is that everything? I think that's everything, to be honest.
This is everything.
Yeah, I genuinely think that's everything. Wow. Okay. So let's get into some players. So I did that so efficiently. There are two players. Well, it looks like there's three. It's not three missing players. I have two missing players today. That is Jeff from Alhandrin, who runs the character of Tefari. Tefari is a noble wizard, human, and they are currently in a quest to. They're on a quest to revenge, and have quite a backstory, which has been slowly making its appearance throughout the game. It's quite one. I'm enjoying it. Also, we would normally be joined by Ruben, who runs the character of Atlas, a human barbarian strongman, and by God is he fucking strong. It's ridiculous how much he can lift. He is unfortunately also not able to join us today because he has some really quite stressful stuff at home right now, which I have to take care of. So we do wish him love and hugs, and both Jeff and Ruben big love and hugs, and hope that they at least are able to get through their difficult times, that if they are having them right now.
For sure.
For those who are here, let's start with Sykes. Or the guy who's labelled Sykes in my screen. Neil from Immersion Diversion. Can you tell us a little bit more about Sykes for us, please?
Yeah, I play Sykes, the Wood Elf Ranger Rogue. Lived on a farm with his family. He's like a retired hunter who's slowly learning how to be a hunter again. And he's traveling with his friend Farrell and his group of friends Atlas, Janae, Illyria, and Tafari to help find his family who got supposedly kidnapped by some drow. So, and I have no actually clue what happened to them, but that's the note I found. So,
well, it's definitely you definitely found a note. I will say that.
Yeah. Just on the family trip. Like, where's Sykes?
Somebody I'm going to keep barreling forward now. Somebody who was not with us for a couple of weeks because of an injury, but we are happy to have him back. So happy to have him back is Sean, who runs the wonderful cuddly character of Farrell. How you doing, mate? Please tell us a little bit more about Farrell with us.
Yes, I'm doing great, and I love Farrell. He's the best. Someone actually even asked me who's my favorite character I've ever created, and I had to say Farrell. And I've created a lot. But I just love him. He's just a nice, friendly, gentle giant who like is from a kind of a sequestered stronghold in the middle of a forest, and when two friends came to ask for help, he decided to leave on a journey and discover more about the world, and also maybe complete a secret quest that he hasn't talked about on his own.
Whoa.
Yep. Last for those who are currently visible on the screen, because Lydia hasn't let me know if she's good to be showed or not.
I'm being last.
Sure, alright, okay, cool, we'll go with that. It's Zelma. Zelma is running the character of Illyria. Can you tell us a little bit more about Illyria for us?
Shit, not ready. Damn it.
This is why you have to be paying attention.
Shit. Alright, yeah, hi everyone. I am so ready. That's sarcastic. I play as Illyria, the fighter wizard of a party who's, I guess, a class canon of sorts, if we're gonna call it that. Anyway, she joined up with this merry band of chucklefucks, as of recent, to find her own set of family, same goal as Sykes, and she's learning many things about her, about the country she once believed in, and, well, here we are. Well,
indeed. Kind of all gone to shit, and Illyria's learning that the hard way.
Oh, yes. That's what happens when you're missing for a couple of,
five decades.
Couple of decades, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. And when I click this button, I go boop, and we've got Lydia. There she is. There's Lydia. How you doing? Please tell us a little bit more about Shadai for us, your character.
Oh yes, Jedi. She exists. She's totally a real person now. I can totally relate to what Sean was saying about Farrell. Like this is a person now, and she's real, and and she's a tiefling. She fights a bunch, and she drinks a little less so far, but we'll see how that goes.
Like that.
And she's been traveling for a good long while, trying to. I'm not quite sure what she's trying to do. Maybe she's trying to prove that she is worthy of being a good friend, that she can be of help and of use to society. Meanwhile, like, definitely running headfirst away from problems and into new ones.
Oh god, that's too real. Too real. Running headfirst away from problems and into new ones.
Yeah. That's a good line.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just sending a quick message here. There we go.
You gotta stop sliding into my DMs, man. It's
Wow. Let's moving on. Moving on. Yes, I think that does actually round up our people today. Fuck my brain. Just enough of that. All right. That runs up for our character introductions. So let's jump into the session today. Our 6 heroes have finally landed in Chen, a midway city, actually known as the gateway to the west, I believe, by the majority of the Empire Bunobral, who are and they are currently taking it easy right now. The ship has landed here and is taking its time in order to conduct some repairs to be able to allow the ship to be able to fly for 1.5 days non-stop to the city of Tramin, which are the dockyards, the general dockyards of the Empire itself, able to repair the ship in properly and full. Our 6 heroes are now taking this moment to find out some more information, find out more about what's going on around them, and to just chill, to just relax. It's been an intense few days, and it's been a really intense journey for all our characters, and they're all now a little bit emotionally wrecked, and just taking the moments to relax and find out some more information. Talking of that, not just the characters, this is also fair, so this is also a moment for one of the players to just like, oh god, we need to process. But talking of that, in order to gain information and find out more about the place and more about this history, and to perhaps link a certain map, a cryptic word map that was given to our players way back when the start of this campaign, and find out a little bit more about find out how to link that map to the country that they're currently in. 3 of our players have headed off to the Rising Sun Library within this city of Chen. Sykes, Yanai, and Illyria. You 3 are currently still there. The other 3 characters, Tefari, Farrell, and Atlas, have gone off and done their own things. And since we didn't have a Farrell here last time, let's start with him. Farrell. The day is hot, and the ship has landed. You can hear the clatter and crashing and banging of the various works going on in and around the ship in order to make it somewhat sailable or somewhat flyable to head to Tramin. Sykes and Janai and Lyria have all headed off into town in order to find out a bit more about information about the land, and have left you to your own devices. Would you have gone with them, or would you have stayed back?
Normally I would go with them, to keep an eye on one of my 3 friends. But I also know that someone else has been watching him closely, so so I trust her. So yeah, I will go off on my own and maybe explore. Oh, I forgot already the name of the place we're in. It starts with an S.
Chen.
Chen. I don't know
Chen.
why I was thinking S.
Close.
Sorry, that's where you were.
Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, so yeah, I'll explore a little bit, take in the surroundings, and I might have questions for people that I think might be able to answer them if I see something that strikes my eye.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair.
Also,
yeah?
I'm going to go around the ship and ask for some things like maybe like bone scraps from like a meal, and maybe like a little jar of water. Like ask for like, some basic stuff.
Absolutely. That's very easy. That's very easily achieved. The person you end up asking is the cook for the bones, and they look at you inquisitively and ask you, "I thought that Farrell didn't eat meat, but sure, here you go," and hands you a small stack of bones of various animals.
I don't, but there's animals that like to gnaw on bones.
Very true, very true. So there's a few chicken bones in there. There's some thigh bones from a large beast and things. It's a decent stack. And you are also your skin. Your skin that would use for water is refilled, so you have water.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and then I might, if I have like an empty jar, I don't think I do. I don't think that's a thing that I carry around as an empty mason jar.
You can certainly try and procure one.
Yeah, that's something that I'll probably ask for. Think of what else I need. Oh, also, if they have a candle, I need a candle, possibly.
Candles they don't have.
Yeah, that might have to get in town. Yes, and I do not have. Yeah, so I'll need a mason jar. I'm trying to remember all the things that I told myself I would need, but because this is not an actual thing in D&D. But yeah, I think that's all I will need is a candle and a mason jar. So yeah, if I grab a mason jar, I swing it around my head and then close it. So it's empty, but it's got, air in it.
Okay.
And
okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'll
No,
go
I'm picking
town.
up on it. I'm picking up on your vibes. Got you. You head off. You head off into town, and as you head down the open doors on the sides of the ship, and out into the streets. Since Farrell hates flying, you did not see the glorious visage of the city as the ship came over the walls and landed. And you step down, and you just see cactuses everywhere. There was, as far as the eye can see, to your left and right along the road which you are now walking. And as you sort of dodge between the various carts and workmen that are coming toward the ship in order to make the repairs, you can see that there are several large buildings ahead of you along the road. Most of them seem to be situated around a very, very, very tall metal and stone spire, which is very similar to the one that you saw in Vitian. And at the top of that spire, you can see several of the sky ships are currently docked and are busy loading or unloading. You can't see from here because it's so tall, but busy being prepared in various different ways. You head along the roads, the dust sort of spraying up into your face and blowing grit into your eyes. The road is busy. There are a lot of loosely clothed men and women all working hard in the fields around the road and transporting things to and from the warehouses. Where are you looking to go?
Is there any kind of like... Well, first I need a candle, but I kind of almost want to find if there's like an herbalist's shop or something like that nearby.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, there is. You realize that you have to walk into town a little bit further than you realized originally, but you are easily able to find a small shack, and it is called Kaim's Love. And inside you see a very small human. They seem to be quite old. And they look over at you as you enter. Oh, welcome to Kaim's Love. What can I do for... Oh, you're a big boy. What can I do for such a large person as you?
Hello. As I look down, I'm wondering...
Alright, that was a bit loud.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was wondering if you, what was I gonna ask?
As you're looking down at this human, he has quite long grey hair. Clearly hasn't done anything. He's just let it grow and grow and grow and grow. A very long beard, and he's wearing robes, but he's wearing robes of this very sort of fresh green grass or fresh green grass color, and they hang loosely off him. It appears that this man probably was once quite a well-built man, but age and wisdom has subsequently bent and crawled his body down to the ground, shall we say.
But yeah, but actually, that description of him reminds me of my question. I kind of asked him, it's like, do you know if anybody in this area of Brunabral?
Bunabral? Yes.
Yeah,
That is,
yes.
I can see that you are not from here. You are quite big, and you are somebody who. Well, you're made of a different fur.
True.
You don't have the other type of fur.
I will
don't.
say that
My
other type
nose
of
doesn't
fur
get
is-
itchy around you, so that's good.
um, but I was wondering if there's anybody here that you know that might practice the druidic arts.
He gets quiet at that. No, the druids around here don't. Well, they're not really welcome.
So even their magic is not liked.
I wouldn't say it's not liked, just that it doesn't really conform to our ways. They tend to be outside the cities. Is there anything
you
else though
know-
that you might need?
Sure. But if they're outside the cities, do you possibly might know where they might be found outside the cities?
I would not know, but perhaps if you headed east out of the gates and walked for about a mile, you might find the druid circle there. Of course, I would not know this being a lowly priest of Kaim, but perhaps if you did do that, maybe you might find
Okay.
something.
Thank you. But yeah, I was also wondering.
But of course,
if
I don't
you-
know this.
Oh yeah, of course. I already forgot what you said.
Wonderful.
I swear. Wow, Farrell
I
actually kind
forgot
of
what you
sort of yeah, he actually did.
said.
But I was also wondering if you had anything that produces flame. Like, you might need it to melt or boil down some plants or something.
I believe I do. Are you looking for a quick starter or just a small starter? I mean, if you want a quick starter, then flint is good. But you're looking for a slow burner, quick explosive
I would
burner.
say like a slow burn.
A slow
If
burn.
only I had
Okay.
Sykes, he can produce a campfire.
A
Dang.
slow burn. Okay. Yes. No worries. And he sort of shuffles slowly over to one shelf where there's a whole array of jars. Very those small medicine bottles. It's just a whole rack of medicine bottles on there, and he just looks along, picks out one bottle, puts it on the table, picks out another bottle, puts it on the table, looks along, picks out another one. Eventually, there's about 4 or 5 bottles on the table, and he heads around to the other side and pulls what appears to be this very small flat brass plate. And then pulls out another set of scales, puts his plate on the set of scales, and begins gently, very carefully pouring bits and small amounts of these out of these jars onto this plate. And besides on this set of scales, you can see the other weight is generally going up and down according to the weights that he's putting on it. Eventually, he has this small pile of various different powders. Of all different colours, as you can see yellow, you can see red, you can see black, you can see grey in there, and he gently sort of mixes them around a little bit with his fingers so that they become somewhat combined. And then he takes a plate, pours it out onto a sheet of paper which has a fold with a small fold in it, picks an empty jar from underneath the table, sticks it onto the desk, and pours this small mixture into it, corks it, hands it over. This, if you want it slow, that's fine. Put that on there. I presume you have put this on wood. I presume you have flint, or at least a tinderbox. Strike tinderbox over this, and it will light and maintain its light for an hour. After which,
Oh.
whatever remaining will be burnt up. But then again, by that point, whatever you're burning, we should have also caught, and it will be fine.
Yeah, fantastic. I was also curious if you had any, like, recipes, because I do know how to work with herbalism myself. So, like, if I was taught how to make like a potion that can heal people, then I wouldn't have to buy any.
Are you willing to study?
Yes.
Okay, I can do this for you. It'll take a good few weeks to learn. It is a lot of information, and will cost. Let's see, the region of 150 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay. Sadly, I do not have that money.
I'm sorry, but that is how this society works. And of course,
Yeah.
if you wish to learn, I am willing to teach. But the church needs its money, and I need to keep this place going as well. So.
No problem. How much for the fire stuff?
For the fire stuff, let's call that we'll call that a silver piece.
Okay, sounds good. I produce a silver piece.
It is literally a bottle about that size.
Yeah,
It is filled, and basically this gives you enough. For one, for an hour of flame that will burn on anything, from metal through to generally flammable materials. So you can then sort of spread this out on a stone, on a piece of metal, anything that is not flammable, and it will still burn. Just the stuff underneath won't burn.
Okay. Well,
That's cool.
I have some information that I need, and I have everything that I believe I need. I might now head out of town.
Okay.
To the east.
All right.
Sean goes out, Farrell
And
goes
on
out
my
his own
way, I'm
adventure.
gonna see if there's like a flowering cactus, and maybe ask the cactus nicely if I can take one of its flowers.
Good.
Or take a flower and apologize for it. Either one.
Okay. Asking around and asking for directions of the east gate, the east gate of Chen.
Oh yeah.
You learn that the east gate is a good 2 hours walk away because you're having to cross the entire city and then go further beyond that. So it's a good 2 hour walk. And you head. Do you now knowing that information? Do you still go?
Yeah, I feel like, there's still a lot of time in the day that I don't have to worry about being back super quickly.
Sure.
So yeah.
Sure. No worries. So you head.
But also, if
Karen?
the airship is on the way, I'll just tell them, like, if the other people come back, just tell them that I've gone.
Oh,
looking for
the airship has been grounded for 2 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's not going to be heading off within the next 2 days.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I head off.
All right. So you head off and walk through the city. As you're walking through, you begin to look around and begin to see the opulence that's here. Although, unlike Vitian, Shen's riches are clear to the infrastructure and to the quality of the buildings and temples and artwork that is displayed throughout the city. There are murals which show various different depictions of the gods and the pantheon and the different battles and different stories that permeate throughout the Union of Altior. And it's actually very tasteful, to be honest. It's not opulence to the excess that Vitian is. It is very clear that this is a
gaudy.
It's not gaudy at all, no. But it is still very clear that this place is rolling in money.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the other side of the city, and you see again the wide stretch of fields that are everywhere, and there's just cactuses everywhere. And you definitely see a few cactuses on the way with these big, beautiful, long-petaled white to pink flowers.
Yeah, I'll grab one and yeah, I'll probably like just like whisper like an apology to the
You walk over to one of the plants. Just roll me a perception check for me, please.
oh. It's gonna be a carnivorous cactus. No, he said perception.
Perception,
Where
please.
are
Yes.
we? There we go. Yeah. Oh well.
No, fine. You head over. You head over. You walk over to the plants, and you reach out. You reach up to go to pluck the plants. At which point you hear a voice ring out. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I thought this was wild. Is this yours, not mine? Or not?
You look across, and you see a tabaxi in really loose white clothing. You can see that they've got a scarf around their head to protect them from the majority of the sun's heat. But what fur you can see is this really sort of beautiful white fur that is now very yellow due to the dust that's around here. And he's sort of striding towards you. Hey, what are you doing, Plants are not for you. It's for the city.
I thought they were wild. I'm sorry. I didn't know they were.
No, can't you see the fields,
city. True. Do you know where there are wild ones?
Yeah, outside. Go on. You want wild? Go out. Go outside. Go on.
They're very beautiful, by the way.
I know. I know. I maintain this area. Go on. Go. Get out. He just starts sort of waving you away.
I'll be shooed away.
Sure.
I'll walk at a steady clip.
With a slight tail, almost with the feeling of your tail between your legs, having not known the fact that this whole area around was not to be touched. You head out. You do eventually find the east gate. The east gate is closed, but after interacting with the guards there and mentioning that you just want to go outside and actually have a look around, they give you that look. They give you a look of on your head, be it, sure, and let you out into the open area.
Look at me, I'm huge. Like, I can handle myself.
Yeah. And lots of things out there can handle you too. Good luck! And you head out the gates. Heading back inside heading back inside the city, where our three other heroes, Sykes, Shania, and Illyria, are busy at the Library of the Rising Sun. Sykes and Shania, what are you two up to right now?
Well, I think we were still at the library, right?
Yes, you're still at the library. At the point that Farrell is now leaving the gates, you have just finished your studies into the various different parts of the mountains, and Shania has come over to help you with I forget what you were looking for again.
Ravines. We found
ravines. Yes, and you have found the ravines by the point at which Farrell has now left the city.
Okay. Aha! I found him.
Right, yes, you pointed them out on the map, and then there
Yeah.
they are. Do you really think we could cross all the way across the mountains with these?
Well, I think this one for sure would at least get us across, as I point to the one nearest to Fari's hometown. I think he was saying that there's an easy way across with that one. This one... And then I kind of point to I think it's the one that would essentially be kind of right above us. Or no, but if he said it was in a cave, then that would only leave two. The one next to Fari's place, and the one to the east, which is the Sorokin path. But he said that there was a path to the west in the cave, I think, right? With the black glass. I think it said it was to the west. Which means I think it's the one actually by Maharashtra. Or Penguin.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Well,
the one I labeled Explorer's Way, I think, is the one that the note was mentioning.
well, I mean, you really are hung up on that note, huh?
I'm just curious. Like, it was just in the back of my mind, and I just kind of remembered it. I mean, we don't have to go there. It was just if we happen to pass it. I mean, you want to just.
I know, but I heard the shipmate say this saying the other day, like curiosity killed the tabaxi, and I feel like at some point you gotta be smart about what choices you make.
Okay, well at least we'll know they're there. So
Yeah, that is good to know.
if we ever need rest, or
now we
something,
know
we
that
could
the
probably
family
go there.
was right about this one.
Yeah.
It's
Should
good
we go
information.
find or should we go find Illyria?
Yeah, we should find Illyria.
I was about to say, wait a minute, Selma, what?
Nope.
Excuse me?
I said Illyria.
Who's Selma? Illyria.
Never.
Yes,
You-
I'm a character now.
Self-insert.
Self-insert, absolutely. Lyra, you have been busy searching for certificates of your family, birth and death certificates. You have found all the birth certificates, but you haven't found any of the death certificates. While you're here, please can you roll me a perception check?
Perception. I am decent with a +4. Here we go, everyone. That's
Okay, cool, thank you. Eventually, Sykes and Shania find you.
Oh, there you are, Illyria.
hello.
You've been busy here.
You find
Yes,
what
yeah, my family is roughly alive.
Oh, nice. Did you?
There are two. She kind of looked around just in case if anyone is listening and says, two deaths in the family.
Two deaths.
She
Oh, no.
put it. Yeah, it's my two brothers, but I highly doubt it.
Wait,
I very much doubt
was
it.
one of them you were talking about the brother who was the cleric, the priest?
The cleric and the one scholar now turned into insane.
Ooh.
Yes,
All right. Well,
they're
I don't
alive.
think you'll find any
But-
piece of paper that will convince you of anything here.
Yeah, true.
But it's been a couple of decades. She showed her own birth certificate and says when Daya Chana got attacked, it was a catalyst of many things. Or well, one of many, I should say, of the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
My death certificate wasn't in there.
Not even your birth certificate? Or-
It's right here. She has it in her
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that means that people must think you're still alive then for somehow.
No, it's a ploy, I think.
Sykes and Shania, since you are there now, please can you both roll me a perception check?
Yeah. 17.
17?
Perception, right?
Please.
Well,
Okay, so Sykes, you're the only one that sees this. As you're chatting with Illyria, and you sort of glance over to where the shelves that contain all the scrolls and books that collectively denote all the various birth and death certificates of whoever. You see at the end of one of the shelves. That's the word I wanted. One of the shelves, a book just suddenly appear.
Just suddenly appear there.
Just appears.
Like it wasn't there and I was looking and it showed up.
Yep. You weren't there. You were watching. You blinked, and then it was there.
Oh. I'm gonna go look at if the spine of the book says anything on it.
It
I'm
says
just gonna go-
it says death certificates. Looks. What month would it be right now? I mean, I had this all written down. Death certificates. Lux, Lux.
Mhm.
Sklo. 2142. And you know that to be today's date. You know that to be today's date.
Okay, I'll pull it out.
Pull it out. You see on the first page a name, and then you see death. You see underneath it, death by cart.
Oh.
Turn the page.
Hey.
It's another death certificate. You see swallowed by earthworm.
Ooh,
Oh
that's
boy.
rough.
You see another one. Drowned.
Hey, I'm gonna give this to Illyria. She'll probably know what she's looking for. Hey Illyria, I think I found what you're looking for.
I like poke my head in as well, like just squeeze it right in there.
Mhm.
Wait, isn't that today?
That is today.
How
It's
do
the
they know
current
who's
year, I believe.
dying today?
Can't she make it Arcana or
You can make me either Arcana or Religion.
It's roughly the same for both. I'll go for Arcana. 22.
Yeah, I think I understand what's happening. like why?
Hmm.
I have to ask you this, Zelma.
What's up?
Is Illyria, in her current state, a particularly religious individual?
Yes, she.
Okay.
She worships Naya.
Yes. Okay. So in this case, this is divine, and you are in the Rising Sun library. The Rising Sun is dedicated to Lucia, the god of knowledge, and that means that she is the god of all knowledge, both being birth, which also includes birth and death certificates. And therefore, anybody who dies has to have been registered as to have died. This book appeared because these are all the people who have died up until now, up until this very present moment. And as you thumb through the book, effectively every minute, another page appears with a death certificate.
Whoa.
Effectively.
Well, she looks at Sykes and Janae. This is Lucia's work of God of Knowledge. Every minute that you see here, someone dies. This is where all the knowledge is retained of people's deaths.
And you can see it happening in front of your eyes. Just another certificate just suddenly appears.
Well, close it,
Look like
close
this-
it. More
yeah.
people might die. Go put it away.
No,
I think, yeah.
it's
think
not
you
the
have to
books
expose it.
doing or anything. Every minute, someone in Bunabrov world dies.
Is it
It's not
specifically
the book,
Bookball,
it's
or
not
is
the
it...
gods. It's either by natural causes, death by violence, whatever. All of it is recorded here.
Then
And
you see Farrell
she
pop
looks
up.
at she looks at all the death certificates, birth certificates, and goes, "This is where everyone is. Every death and birth.
Everyone.
Everyone."
Can I
Yeah.
rifle through it and just see if it's alphabetical?
It is not alphabetical.
Oh.
You do, as you rifle through though, you do see it's date
Oh,
and
it's
time
on
based.
date.
Date and time.
Okay.
It's not alphabetical, but it
Hilarious.
is based on date and time.
I was
the
here
day
earlier.
that-
It was impossible to find anything.
Check the date that you left from in the time that you were gone.
I checked in the first in the death certificate.
No, but check in
section.
this one. Check in this book.
But this is today's book.
Yes,
What
it's
was the
this
first
year's
date?
book.
Oh, it's only this year?
It's
Yeah,
this
only
year.
in this year.
2142. That's this year.
Yep.
I mean, you could at least see.
Lucia,
Okay, well, I guess maybe we could see if your brother's died this year.
Yes,
And by what?
she. I think she has her two brothers' death certificates in her hands too.
Actually,
She
Sykes had a thought. Can I see the book for a sec?
Sure.
Okay, and then what was the name of your brother?
His name is Lufus, and my other brother is Bellinor.
Lufus and Bellinor. Okay. Sykes is gonna hold the book in his hand closed, and he's just gonna close his eyes and think of Lufus. And then he's gonna open the book.
And now I have to ask you, Sykes. How religious is Sykes?
Not very, but he believes. Like, he doesn't, like, say they're not real, because he obviously knows they are.
Okay.
But he
Okay.
just doesn't worship them as much as, like...
Roll me a religion check.
Okay. Ah. 5.
You open the book. You find Luthus, but you see no Rakas. As in, you find as in, by that you find, excuse me a moment. You find Luthus Joshi, and not Luthus Rakas.
Okay. Dang.
What
So
kind
what
of
are
work?
you trying to do, Sykes?
Here, I'll close the book again. Illyria, hang on to this for a sec. Don't open it. I need you to think. I need you to think about your brother. Or your brothers.
Okay.
One at a time.
All
and then,
right.
as you're thinking about them, open the book.
Illyria looks at his Sinead like, just sure. All right.
You're gonna do what Sykes suggests?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Okay. Okay. Sure. All right. Roll me a religion check.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what's
Sykes isn't smart, but he is wise.
hey 23?
I have to ask, which book was this? Was it today's book, or was it the book containing the 2 certificates that Illyria had?
Today's book, the magical one that had the books popping up every minute.
Illyria,
Magical
you
books,
open the book and you do not find anything. Nothing comes out. You open it up and there's just a blank page.
It'd be
And
kind
then
of
it-
weird
and
if they
then-
literally
But
died
What's
today.
what's funny is that it's a blank page, but as you're watching, you can see basically what appears to be writing that seems to write itself in. And it's not Luthus, nor is it Bellinor whose name is on there. In fact, the name that's on there is Angudi.
She flips it to just and then gives a Sykes a look and says, "That's not how it works, Sykes."
I think
was a
the book
magical
only
book. I
knows
thought it
about
was-
today.
Well, then
Yes,
try it with
it-
the other one.
Before we get carried on, if I remember correctly, every year you see year by year people die and people give birth. Put 2 to 2 together, this is what's happening. Knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I
Try with
want
the
to
other one.
find the today's birthday book on the shelf.
You want to go look for it?
Just a quick glance. Like, I don't want to spend minutes and minutes, but I'm just gonna go like, wait a second.
You find it. You find it. It's there is a book there is a book, and the date is exactly the same, except it says birth certificate.
I found the babies. Look, it's a baby book.
Surprisingly, as when the two of I know you're gonna do this, so I'm just gonna head this off now before you even start doing it. No, I'm not talking just to you, Lydia. I'm talking to all of you. You do this anyway, because I know I would do it. And you basically compare the thicknesses of the book, both books, Death and Birth, and you realize that the birth certificates book is gradually getting thicker and thicker and thicker, just a little bit faster than the deaths.
People have been fucking. It's a good book.
The good book.
Also, I have a quick
Goodness.
lore question. Like, I'm not there, but this is still something that like would probably be observed by the 3 that are actually looking through these. If there's a murder, does it say who or just what killed the person? Like, does it say death by sword or death by sword by Antonio?
You are not
Gustavo.
there.
Yes.
Farrell
I know.
is not there, so that is
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
question that the others would have to then ask if this is a question that would occur to them.
Okay.
Talking of Farrell,
Yeah, I was kind of just curious if that's just something that they noticed or something.
talking to
Because
Farrell,
crime would be pretty easily solved if that's the case.
supposedly. Talking of Farrell, Farrell, as you head out and the world opens to you, you see a parched land. There are cactuses and there are sort of withered trees, almost. There's very, very thin, very sort of thin-branched, thin-trunked trees with very few leaves on them. And this land is... It's surprising that anything lives here. Luckily, you are beside the coast, and so that definitely helps to keep things alive. But this is a pretty withered landscape. As you're walking through, you are able to see various different types of cactuses. None of which are like the cactuses that you saw in Chen. Those cactuses apparently have not been allowed to flourish outside the city for whatever reason. But as you're walking through these areas, you can see all sorts of very small ball-like cactuses with really, really sharp spikes just pointing out in all sorts of directions. And you see very tall, sort of spindly, flat cactuses that sort of build upon each other as they sort of grow. And you see other sort of long, sort of stringy cactuses, which the spikes in them don't look sharp, but it looks like they're basically just covered in a carpet of spikes all over the place. Not only that, you also see some animals. You see what appears to be a gazelle, except its horns are really, 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 really long, and its hair is just thin as anything. You see camels for sure. You see many, many camels just moving around. And as you look, do you stay among where the plants are, or do you head a bit further and try and look out towards the desert? What would Farrell do?
I'll go about halfway to where I was told where there might be a druid circle. I don't want to go all the way to there because I don't want to like make them mad or like
Sure.
if they're territorial, because I know that they can be. So yeah, I'll go like halfway out.
All right, that's fair. You head halfway along the coast, and you find yourself walking in a sort of northerly direction, and you're still amongst greenery. It is still a very withered landscape, but you're still amongst greenery here. There is no grass here, no grass whatsoever. It's mainly all sandstone and cactuses. Just roll me a quick history check for me.
Ooh, I forgot that's int.
It wasn't a particularly hard. It was a sliding scale, but it also wasn't a particularly hard DC on this one. As you're walking through and you're walking around and you're seeing all these various different types of cactuses, you start to remember that a certain alchemist in Fall mentioned to you about getting a cactus.
Oh wait, yeah. I'll gather what I can. Was I told a specific amount, or were we told a specific amount?
You weren't.
Okay. Yeah. Or type. Ooh, I might ask Sykes.
You were told it was called the Icarus cactus.
Icarus cactus for Annabelle.
Yeah. Well, I'll remember that for later when I meet up with Sykes, and then we can maybe find out what an Icarus cactus is, and then harvest. Because I don't want to just start harvesting random cacti and
That's fair.
just to damage the plants without knowing what they are.
You walk for about half an hour, and feel you've reached the point where you are about halfway between the wall, the outer wall of Chen, and where you presume the druid circle to be. What would you like?
I will take like maybe because if there is no like actual blooms on these cacti, I might just kind of like strip
There are
like
few.
outer skin off of it. Okay.
You do see a few cactuses which are blooming. Not many
Okay.
out here. Clearly these are not cultivated, they're just growing wild. But you do see a few blooms.
Yeah, so then I might just, take a bloom. I don't need
Sure.
any more than just that. And then I'm going to draw in the sand.
Okay. What's your draw?
I am going to draw a like a bunch of little circles.
Mhm.
Oh shoot. I don't have everything that I'd probably need. Oh well. I just realized. But yeah, I'm gonna draw a little circle, and I'm gonna draw a bunch of points heading into the circle, like kind of almost like spokes.
Mhm.
And then at each of those points, I'll draw another circle and then place something in the middle of it, of each little circle.
Sure.
So I'll place the chicken bones, I'm just gonna call it magnesium because that's kind of what it sounded like, or fire starter, whatever it may be. The jar of air, my water bottle, a plant bloom. Gotta see if I have stuff in my inventory. Oh, I do actually have. I might actually put the magnesium on one and not light it, and then put a torch on the other, sticking out of the ground, because I bet that stuff is poisonous, so that would work. And then. Yeah, I think that would be. Oh, and then I create like a little mound of sand in one circle too, and then I
Gotcha.
sit down in the one that's in the middle.
Right.
And
carry on,
start to,
please.
yeah, and then I start to, I try to go into like a trance, like state.
Absolutely. Roll me a religion check. Oh, no, hang on. Before you do that, let me just have a quick think about this.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that this is actually looking for. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
this is one of those weird ones.
In one, I forgot. One circle
Mhm.
also has to have something just black or dark in it, so I'll probably have to find something like that too. You know what?
Charcoal.
Yeah, I'll prop my shield up in a way that it creates a shadow.
Sure.
There
That
we
also
go.
works.
Yeah.
That also works.
I forgot. That was the last
Um,
component that I
yeah,
needed. Was
That also
darkness.
works. Absolutely fine. Roll me either religion or nature. I'll let you choose.
Okay.
And instead of intelligence, which is what these would normally be, I'd like you to use wisdom.
So I'll roll my survival because that's my wisdom and trained. So that's what my
Sure.
nature as using wisdom would be. So I'll just use that as kind of like the
Yep.
plus. You know what? No, or I can just roll a d20 with a +7. That
Well,
also works.
actually, no. Hang on a minute. What I would like you to do, because this is a weird one. Yeah. Roll me a d20.
You can
Add your
actually-
no, hang on a minute. Roll me a d20.
Yep.
Roll me a wisdom. Add your wisdom modifier to it, and your levels in cleric.
Okay.
I'm gonna say in religion for int you can.
I
actually change
know,
that
I know,
to
I know,
click
I know,
into-
Neil. But this is not this. This is something else.
Yep. No, I know.
So that's
good.
a. Ooh, that's actually better.
The d20 plus
that
your wisdom
is
plus
a
your
12. Yeah.
plus your levels in cleric.
Yep.
23.
That'd be
Cool.
a 23. Yeah.
As you kneel Would Farrell
Yeah.
kneel or would he sit?
He would sit. Yeah.
As you sit there in the middle of your circle, replicating the ritual circle that your mentor taught you all those months and years ago. Once, and have subsequently watched them do ever since. You begin to drone in that deep throat singing that Farrell does. And you begin to drone. You begin to become aware of the surroundings around you. Become aware of the sea that's not too far away. You hear the scratch of the wind as it pushes sands over itself. You hear it gently whistle through the needles of the cactuses around you. And you smell that dust and that sea salts and that combination of earth all around you. You hear and you begin to sort of become aware of everything. Before it starts to sort of fade, everything becomes faint. And your vision begins to cloud and become darkened. And you lose hearing. You don't hear anything. After a time, you begin to see again. But you don't see the world around you anymore. You see what appears to be a tree. Very, very old tree, older than time itself. Its branches are held high and seem to bear the weight of the world upon them. The roots of the tree extend far beyond your sight, down and down and down into darkness. And as you watch, a branch just begins to wither. The leaves just begin to fall down the sides of the tree and scatter around the roots. As you're watching this, you suddenly feel a horrible, sinister, cold figure nearby. You look over and you see this thin, hooded creature. Can barely make out anything. You do not see any hands, but it seems to be holding an axe, and it seems to have a small ball of fire just gently billowing in another hand, and it seems to be looking hungrily at this tree and smiling at it. Your vision turns back to the tree, and you see all over this tree these vibrant lines of purple, green and gold, and they spread all over the tree. So occasionally these lines come together and form like this beautiful, brilliant cluster before scattering and moving off to another place and beginning to form again and to form this almost beacon before scattering off. And there is one gathering of these energies that seems to shine and hold. It keeps that shine and is brilliant. As you're watching, another light just appears. It's a brilliant red. Brilliant red. As the vision continues, these two lights, this one of this energy and this one of this red light, begin to move towards each other. And as they move towards each other, the light of purple, green and gold gets brighter and brighter and brighter, eventually completely obscuring all the vision of the tree that was around it, while this red light still maintains its original shine. The purple, green and gold energy, they both meet, and then this purple, green and gold energy just envelops the red light, consuming it completely. And as it does so, the light becomes unbearably bright, completely obscuring everything of the tree, everything about it. It just becomes this white light. But you can still sense that hideous, sinister figure beside you. Your eyes turn to that sinister figure, and you watch as a grin begins to really emerge from underneath the hood. And as this grin appears, the hood falls back, and you see nothing except a mouth. This wide, wide mouth that grins and begins to crack and open, and you hear coming from it as these horrible sucking sounds comes from this image, and the light stretches and moves towards this creature, and it just pulls and pulls and pulls, all this light just cascading and moving and pouring into this figure, disappearing from sight before it completely goes black. And you're just left with the image of this grinning figure. After time, your vision comes back. You see again this large hole, this large, massive, old tree, the weight of the world upon it. You see that cluster again, that purple, gold, green and gold energy, just being a beacon on the tree. And you see another, that red light. They're not moving anymore. You just see that red light. The vision looks at the red light, and you seem to find yourself almost feeling a little bit sick as your vision just swims, and you're pulled towards that red light. And instead of seeing a tree, you begin to see land masses, oceans, and then you see yellow sand, big, dark, tall, grey mountains. And this light seems to dim and descends towards the grey mountains, and then disappearing from sight underneath the grey mountain. But as it disappears, it seems to take on form. A six-limbed, winged creature curled up around itself, or completely fading from view. And the sounds of the wind begin to intrude upon it, and your vision seems to scatter like dust on the wind. And you're brought back to yourself. Your items around you, and feeling quite drained, shall I say, as this is the first time that Farrell has ever experienced a vision.
Yep. Not even sure it was gonna work.
Hey, you rolled a 23. That's what I needed.
Awesome.
Yeah, he'll sit there bewildered a bit, taking it all in, and then he'll muss up the circle, grab the stuff that he would still actually need, like his torch and stuff. And actually, he'll keep the fire starter stuff because he didn't actually light that on fire. Because I forgot I needed a poison. And yeah, so he'll grab what he needs and then, bury and leave the rest. And even though he's tired, he might excitedly run back to the city because he is actually, despite what he saw being maybe some little bit disturbing in some cases, he is still really happy that actually worked.
Absolutely.
He also has some childish glee in him too.
Absolutely. With a spring in your step, you head back to the city, feeling elated and also potentially somewhat scared as to what you just witnessed.
It's a very weird emotional feeling.
Yeah, it's an odd one. Back in the library, Sykes, Leary, and Shania, what are you three up to? Are you going to stay in the library all day, or are you going to head off and do some other things?
Well, Sykes and Shania, we found what we were looking for. We're kind of waiting on Illyria, so.
Yeah, she Lyria puts everything back and gives a deep sigh and just says, I'm going back to shit. I got a lot to think about.
It was interesting that we found a book like this, though. Was
Well,
not expecting a magical book in a public library.
Oh, it's not magical, it's divine.
Oh, divine is magical.
Yeah, it's a type of magic, but I mean,
it's divine. Well, given the place and scroll is just make sure you say it's divine and not magic, and you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
That's a good point.
I have hunting magic, so it's
Can you
Thankful
stop saying it out loud?
What?
And
It's
you
divine
all
magic.
you all begin to, as you start bickering and starts having this argument about whether it's divine or it's magic, you head out of the library and head along the streets back to, at least Illyria, you are heading back to the ship. Are you all three of you heading back to the ship? You've been here for a little while now. It is now sort of mid-afternoon, getting on for early evening.
I'd probably be okay with going back to the ship so we could share what we found about the ravines.
Sure.
And,
Yeah. I
Janae
think I
can
also
find
want to discuss party resources.
Yeah.
Sure. Take.
What is it, Ed?
Sykes. Actually,
Yeah.
all of you are gonna fucking see this because this dude was a twallop and couldn't roll anything higher than a fucking 1. Your group is being approached, or rather, Sykes, you are being approached, and you see,
Okay.
you see walking very purposely towards you a pretty, well, they would be exceptional for being a tabaxi, but in a city of tabaxis, they're pretty average. Their fur and facial features seem pretty forgettable, and their clothing is also, again, nothing that's interesting to look at. It's pretty average work clothing, worn by the majority of the people around here.
This is Tabaxi John Smith.
Basically, Tabaxi John Smith, yes. Tabaxi John Smith. And you are approached. And yeah, carry on.
Hello, can I help you?
He immediately stops. Look. He walks up to you and hands you a scroll. I'm told to give this to you.
I subtly get behind him.
Behind me or him?
No, the guy.
The guy. Okay.
He, as you try to, you're trying to do this stealthily?
Well, I'm just gonna scoot a little, so yeah, I suppose.
Scoot.
Roll me a stealth check then, please. If you're trying to do this subtly, if you're trying to keep this under wraps, you need to roll me a stealth check, please.
I'm being subtle about it.
Nice.
What does a 14 get me?
He notices.
Alright.
He notices
That's
what
fine.
you're doing and adjusts accordingly.
I stop, but I look.
Do you take the scroll?
I begrudgingly, yes.
It
I
is
don't know what it
tight.
is.
It is
so
tightly wound
yeah.
up. It's tightly wound up, and it also has a seal on it, wax seal, red, dark sort of maroon red wax seal.
Is it a skull?
It
on
is
the
not a
seal?
skull,
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's good.
but it is a dragon.
Cool.
Someone thinks you're a low life.
Uh-oh. Oh no, it's the freaking.
It is a dragon. Thank you. And he, the tabaxi
Wait, no.
who handed it, turns
Yeah,
his
he
heel
just
and
thinks-
walks away.
Oh shit.
Sykes, you're not going
And-
to get anything from them.
With that, we're going to take a break because it is 7:30, and that's a good point to have a break.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know.
And
what
I'm out of
that
tea, and
means,
I
but
need
I'm
tea.
Immensely curious.
And I need tea, so we're going to take a break now. while I go and get myself some tea, and let
God.
Neil ponder what the fuck he's just been had, and I'm just gonna love it.
No,
and
I
let
know
him
what I've
stew.
been had, or at least who gave it to you. But yeah.
Well, you've been given a scroll with a dragon symbol on it, so yeah, I'm just gonna let you simmer on that. Yeah, so we're gonna take a break now for about 10 to 15 minutes while I go and grab some tea because this is games and tea, and I drink tea, so that's what we're gonna do. If you're already satisfied and already feeling comfortable and happy with how you are, stick around. There'll be some smoother jazz with another steaming mug of tea to keep you company. If you are feeling a little bit uncomfortable, do the thing that will make you comfortable. If that's going and getting some tea yourself, or even some coffee or water or juice. Do the thing that makes you feel comfortable. If it's also go and get food, go and get yourself some food. If it's to move around and get some movement, all that stuff. Be happy, be comfortable, and make yourself happy and comfortable. Either ways, we'll be seeing you in about 10 to 15 minutes. See you. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Hey,
there we go. That's the one. Oh, you're on wrong side. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm short.
Yay!
Oh my god.
You're
It
short.
wasn't Sean, it was Edward doing it to himself.
Yes, it's me doing it to myself.
I tried and it didn't work, but it still kind of worked in its own right.
It was all me. It was just me screwing it all up. So yeah, there we go. There we go. Back to normal. Anyways, welcome back. I'm trying to be professional about this, but it's just I should just give up trying to be professional, to be honest. I really should.
And welcome
Stop.
back.
Not allow
You know
it.
who you are.
Yeah, stop trying to be professional, just enjoy it, and that's really what I really should be doing, and I do very much enjoy it. I do very much enjoy it, I just need to stop being professional. Anyways, welcome back to another live stream. I'm going to shut up and get into the game. Our 6 heroes have all been busy in Chen. Farrell decided to head off and commune with their spirit of Mother Nature. Sykes, Shania, and Lyria have all been busy gaining information about the Dinar mountain range and the 3 passes that are in there, as well as also various other information about the world and the land around them. And on their way back, the 3 of them got approached by a very forgettable person, possibly deliberately so, and Sykes got handed a scroll, and then the guy walked off. So that's where we're going to jump into the session, straight to that point. Sykes, what are you doing?
I'm hesitant to open the scroll. I don't
You want me
actually
to-
open it right away.
Like, fetch him?
No, it's fine. I'm sure he was just a messenger or something.
Alright.
You remember our tabaxi friend? Your good friend on the ship who told us about the Brotherhood of the Dragon?
My good friend.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I
That's what-
remember her.
that's what this is.
Me
That's what the scroll
sorry.
is.
giggling.
Yeah. I don't want to open it because I don't know if it's something. Because we were told to not take any any jobs from them, or if someone came up to us and asked for something. But it was literally just someone with a scroll to give us. So it's like,
I mean, what is the worst that could happen?
You
You
just-
open it.
I
then
open it,
3
yeah.
more names get added to the book.
Do you open it?
yeah. Wait, not now. Not
well,
out in
we
the
could-
open. I'll open this back at the ship with everybody.
Alright.
Alright, you all head back. Yeah?
I mean, give or take, Sykes. We could just look at it, see what's written, and could ignore it.
I'll open it.
I mean,
Very convincing argument, apparently.
Sykes, look in your inventory.
What?
What?
what? Oh,
The thing.
the thing
oops,
of the
one sec.
jig.
You got reverse pickpocket.
Dragon marked letter.
Here.
And then
Does it have a description with the content of the letter?
I don't want to read. I will read this, but not in the middle of the street to everyone. I'm gonna read it on our way back, so that
You
we
can-
are on our way back to the thing. But I'm gonna be reading it as we go.
Sykes,
doesn't-
are you reading it to yourself, or are you reading it out loud?
I'm reading it to myself for now. On
Okay.
our way back to the ship, I will say
Sure.
it to everybody, but it's more like I don't want to read it out loud in the middle of the street. kind of thing. So
Yep, no worries. So the three of you head back to the ship where it's a good walk away, and the time does drag on. The sun does begin to set by the time you reach the ship. You can see that the ship has actually been worked on quite significantly. She is very patched up. She's not back to the beautiful state that she was in when she first took off. All those almost 2 weeks ago now, 2 or 3 weeks ago in Vientiane, or nearby Vientiane. But she's at least saleable, and definitely is going to be capable of at least getting to Tramin in one flight instead of constantly having to stop every day, which she was doing before.
I stop reading the scroll halfway through and I close it.
Okay.
I don't want to read anymore until I'm with the group.
Sure. Okay.
Oh boy, it's got some
That's fair.
interesting content, I guess.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
You, Illyria, and Janai notice like all of a sudden this quick.
Yep, pretty much. Sykes immediately.
Just see what my face literally did while reading it.
Yeah.
like,
Shania Lear, Sykes is quiet for the majority of the walk back, and at some point he immediately just quickly rolls it up and shoves it into his backpack.
His face is paler than
Where,
it usually
where
is.
do you put it?
Backpack. I presume. Sykes, where would Sykes put the letter?
I didn't put it away. It's still in my hands.
Okay, it's in your hands. Fair enough.
All
Just
right.
like down your pants.
This is that important. I'm not letting it go.
Straight to the front. Yeah. That's fair.
Hey, if anyone tries to steal it, you would know.
All right.
Yeah.
It's true. But you all so the three of you end up back at the ship, and Farrell does eventually join later. Tifari and Atlas have returned from their various sojourns, and you were all there.
And Farrell would get there very out of breath because he was running the entire time, and also very exhausted from his ritual anyways. So he's very, very tired. His green face is now almost as red as his hair. Like, just huffing and puffing.
Farrell is huffing and puffing. Actually, Farrell, I would actually like you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's very fair.
Not just because you
especially
ran
after-
the entire way, but because of that vision. That vision did leave you.
Whew.
Oh.
Yeah. You take 1 point of exhaustion because that vision left
That's
you
fair.
pretty rough, and you have just literally just run. Effectively, what is a 3-hour walk?
Yeah,
Oh.
So
that's very fair.
you now for sure have a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, and in between, like he's also doing like the, like like when you're really like huffing and it's like you're almost like choking on your air because you can't get in fast enough.
Yeah,
And in between gasps, he's like, lights, mountain, dark, evil, eating.
Okay. Wait.
Let's get him to the room.
And I'll just like find a place where we can all stand quietly, and I'll place like a hand on his lower abdomen. It's like, okay, breathe from here. Okay, get it deep. All right.
Okay.
No, just kidding.
All right.
Just
In
kidding.
hindsight, I should have turned into an animal that can handle running.
Why have you been running?
uh,
Yeah, what's wrong? Are you okay?
I have a lot to explain.
Where the
But,
heck did you... Well, actually, yeah. Last time we saw you, you were still here at the ship. Where did you go?
I went out of the city for a bit.
Like,
Also,
out?
if I am to talk about this, Janai, your little friend that lives, yeah, they don't always know what you're saying if they're not around, right? Or what you're being told. Or
No,
can
I-
they like
I-
read your mind?
I genuinely think they're listening to absolutely everything.
Yep, I do.
Ow.
Even if it's not around.
Well, everything I hear, they hear.
Uh.
So, if you feel better not telling me, That's okay.
I might, anyways,
Fuck.
because
There's
maybe
something
if they do hear about it, we could still maybe learn something.
Hang on, really quick. Something I just thought of. Janae, the voice in your head. It's an actual like voice, right? Like kind of a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Illyria, you were able to like talk to people and stuff, right? Or yeah.
Yes,
Could you
telepathically I can, yes.
Yeah. Can you see if you can go into Janae's mind and talk to that kind of
I
thing?
want anybody to talk to them.
I don't know. I'm just.
I
It was
don't know.
just
It's not
curious.
good for you.
That
Well,
is
then-
kind of an invasion of Janai's privacy, to be
Yeah,
honest.
know,
I
it
don't
was- it
want
was just an
anybody in my
idea.
fucking head anymore.
I'm sorry. That was just a thought.
Well, listen,
People
well,
just having a
here's-
conversation in Janai's own head.
well,
The fuck am I? And how will?
well, my God. All right. So, before everyone gets off track, Janai,
Yes.
I could do it. I think I'm able to do it. I could read your 4 thoughts, but if I'm going to say this, if you are willing, then I could do it. If you don't want to, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to invade your mind unnecessary.
I'm smiling, but I'm not happy. Don't.
There's
Then we're
much stuff
good.
we
All
just
right.
got. Okay. Go on,
Okay.
That's-
Farrell. Sorry. It was just a
Up.
thought that I had.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, you could always put me down. Just leave me somewhere and then I won't be in your head anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Leave you somewhere, so somebody else can pick you up. No fucking chance.
It is your decision to hold me, not mine.
Yeah, and it is your decision to be a butthole.
Hey, I told you, I persuaded you and told you not to go down to that temple. I saved your lives.
We don't need to call names now, Janae. We didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, because she was saying that part out loud.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying that
yeah.
part out loud now.
Why
Like,
did you have
yo,
to call
the
me a
secret is
butthole?
out.
All I did was come up with a suggestion. Jeez.
And that's just like one finger going on Sykes' lips, like shut up. Talking.
She's doing the thing with the thing again. Yeah.
Oh, right. Hmm.
Just put me down,
But yeah,
and then I won't listen to
I-
anything.
I don't mind.
No, but
Him.
if you're guys,
Them.
just a second.
Sorry.
Okay. If I
Was
put
that
you
to kneel
down,
them?
if I put you down, and then I pick you back up, then you're back in my brain, and you knew things about stuff before you were with me.
Yep.
So you're going to know, right? I'm not
Know what?
stupid, you know.
Well, I know stuff about this world before you even existed. I'm older than you.
Yes, I know you're old as balls. But if I can keep you and the horse in my brain, then I'm fine. And you can
Horse?
just
Is a horse in
stay.
here?
Don't go looking for it. I parked it somewhere.
Okay. I won't go looking for it. Although you have me tempted now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say now you just intrigued him.
Okay. Well, guys, he's now thinking about the horse. So
Do you want me to listen or not? I will pretend to not listen.
that is, I don't.
Okay.
We need
Here's
to.
the
You know what?
here's
We need to talk later. Don't do this now, okay? It's fine. You just listen to everything. It's fine. And if I need to go away, I'll go away. But honestly, like maybe you could come in handy, is what Isa just said. So if you could just like shut up for like a little while, then we can talk later, okay?
I shut up all the time.
I know it's really good. Thank you.
So you don't have to ask politely. Please. You sort of hear a disgruntled huff in the back of your head.
Hey, question
Is that for me or them?
for you.
Okay.
What do you do
What
when
is
I'm
it?
not talking to you? Do you like just sing songs to yourself, or Like, what do you?
99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Yeah.
99 bottles of dark
Oh my
crystal.
gosh.
I brood.
Ah, I can relate. Okay.
He's
I
Batman.
realize how much pain I am in constant. For just being as I am and not in my whole body.
Yeah, but your whole body is a huge thing, man.
I had power.
Hey, we all want power. Now, let's talk later, okay?
Just you. It's like he almost just slinks away. Still there, but he.
This is
He's
so
you.
little.
Well, you reminded him of. Well, yeah. Just actually no. Fuck it. Roll me an insight check.
Oh, yeah.
Roll me an insight check on this dude.
Thing in her mind is
Sulky
rolling
little
around.
demon.
Shy.
Her equilibrium going off balance while he's swinging her.
Ooh,
Whoa.
21.
21. I know things.
you casted vicious mockery in your own
You. Cute dude.
Called him short.
You. While it does sound like he's being a sulky little demon, as you just called it, you get the sense that he is actually genuinely hurting. That he's actually in a significant amount of pain. And he's quite resentful of the fact that he's still unable to do anything except be a damn stone. He cannot do anything. He has no freedom. He has no will. He has nothing except to be a voice in your head. And for whatever reason, he's an asshole, but he can't do anything else.
Why are you making me feel bad for this thing? Like,
Yeah, why are you feeling bad
I'm-
for a rock now? What?
I'm about to like insult the shit out of it. Or Farrell is.
Hey, bad guys can have feelings too.
Bad guys
True.
have feelings too.
Feels so
good-
bad.
that's a
I'm
good
gonna
point.
insult
Cool
him
motive,
more.
still nightmares. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's your insight
Um,
check. It was a really good insight check. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's up, Farrell?
Okay.
Or are we
Yeah.
gonna?
Let's go somewhere quiet, and then I can go if you want me to go.
No, I want you with me because also if it does hear, maybe it can shed some insight. But I
Alright.
also don't know if its insight could be trusted. Apparently its insight, it avoided. We avoided problems because of it before, so maybe it is a useful thing. I just don't trust it. But yeah,
no.
I if it does hear, maybe it could help.
Yep. Okay.
And if it can't, it's just a rock. It can't really do anything anyways.
That's a bit.
Well, I
much.
mean, it's a rock in my brain,
Yeah.
so it can do things. Maybe that's a conversation between Kai and me. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot he has a name.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Anyways, but private would be best.
Easily done. But this is a ship, and so privacy is something that pretty difficult to come by because it's a fucking ship. But you are able to find a space where you're able to be at least somewhat private, and if anybody heads over there, he goes, "Hey, sorry, do you mind? We're trying to be quiet, trying to have a sort of a group chat with ourselves." So yeah. And even Laka, who does arrive back onto the ship a little bit later, spots you and sees the group of you together. Is like, oh, okay, yeah, no, you're busy, and heads off.
Also, a side note, Sean, you weren't there last time, but your character is fully aware of this. I look like a tabaxi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A purple one, but yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
cool disguise. Oh, purple.
Ooh,
Okay.
a cool purple tabaxi.
Yeah.
Nice.
purple kitty cat. I'm like the Cheshire cat.
I mean, technically, I could do that too if I wanted to.
You do that to make you.
You what?
Yeah, I can. I can disguise myself to look like stuff,
Oh,
so I could
okay,
actually make
yeah.
myself look like a tabaxi, if I wanted to. He'd be green.
Green tabaxi.
A green tabaxi
Green kitty.
Hey,
with red stripes.
That would be
sure,
cool.
that could be a thing.
Christmas tabaxi.
Anyways.
But yeah. So, very long, complicated story short. My mother, which I just realized he never talks about parents or anything like that, so like, yeah, this is kind of the first he's ever even said the word like mother, I think, to the party.
Yeah.
Is in danger. And I think the thing that is causing her danger is something similar to what your stone can do. Like eat light and magic. And I don't know if someone is trying to make him whole again. Wait, we do know that he's like a being in pieces, right? You did kind of tell us that, didn't I think? I don't know.
Mm.
You did?
Well,
Okay.
I didn't communicate much about like the backstory, but I did just say there's like a thing in my head.
There was a legend
Yeah.
that Sykes remembered about a slug that was split
Oh
into pieces.
yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah,
Correct.
Sykes had
Correct.
Created,
Yeah.
like,
Sykes that
then
is, yes.
got taken into like make stone-like things.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm worried that somebody's trying to recreate that, and that might, well, that could significantly ruin the world. But I think something that could help us with that is somewhere either in or on those tall peaks of Earth.
The ridge over there.
Yeah.
Towards the mountains. Oh crap.
And I think we specifically need to go there. By the way, Sykes, the color of your magic is yellow, right? Or gold?
Orange.
Orange. Okay, close.
Orange is kind of taking a little bit of a
What
hue of a
what I
black,
was
so-
shown was green, gold, and purple going into the mountains, and I think that means us.
Just to reiterate, it wasn't that, it was red.
Oh, was the red one that went?
The red.
was a red
Yeah,
orb.
that
the
went
red,
in.
Well,
red went into the
I-
mountain.
I still kind of see that as us because we are the Scarlet Guard after all. So I still believe that was the vision telling us to go there, because yeah, I saw red go there, and since we are the Scarlet Guard, that's where we should.
Wait. Tell us the vision from the beginning. And also, why the fuck you have a vision?
That was
I
the
c-
long story, but I can tell. Let me-
From what I've known about the Furbolgs, I guess they can kind of, some of them can sense visions. From when I was there helping them with the cockatrices. Farrell, as young as he was just kind of learning how to. But
So
yeah.
Farrell, do you tell the rest of the party the entirety of the vision?
I do, and then I also explained to them about my mentor and the vision that he had. That mine was kind of similar, but with
your mentor was the
Mhm.
chief, right?
no, my mentor
Oh.
was Oda.
Oda.
Yeah, Oda Dundara.
Farrell and Sykes.
Actually, and also that might not be how it's pronounced, but it's Aodh.
Oda.
Okay, it is Oda. Okay, I
Oda.
thought so.
Farrell and Sykes.
Yep.
Either both of you roll me a religion check, or roll a religion check. One of you roll a religion check with an advantage. Specifically, you two.
To duck out for 1
Um,
minute. Be right back.
Sure, no worries.
Sean, if Farrell, if you want me to, because I know my intelligence is a little better than yours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're better at religion than me.
So what were the 2 rolls?
Just a religion check.
Okay. Double
Oh,
nines.
well, yeah. Oh, yours
It's-
is not much better than this.
No,
Well, that's why I said mine's a little bit. I just have a
Yeah.
0 and you a
Yeah,
negative
yours
one.
was 0, not negative, yeah.
So, Sykes, yes, you have. You've got some knowledge, and you got some knowledge just because you helped out with the Furbolg fort now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And Farrell, it's hard, it's difficult, and Farrell, this is the first time that you've ever had a vision.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that you can definitively say is that the tree is Mother Nature. That's the only thing that you can definitively say.
Mm-hmm.
This black sinister figure, it could be the it could be the right, just seeing Jeff's text there.
Yeah.
It could be something to do with that stone that Janai has. It could be some horror, that some extraterrestrial cosmos horror, or cosmic horror. It could also be a weird sort of representation of death. With
Mm-hmm.
knowing Farrell's education and their beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
it's most likely to be death, but it could also be something else. But that's
Yeah.
apart from those 2 things, that's really all you can really get from the vision. This is your first time, and you're also not trained in it.
Yeah. I'm also a little nervous that maybe I already forgot his name, but the voice in Janai's head, Kai. Yeah. I also am a little afraid that Kai might even be like the physical manifestation of death. like that's also something kind of going through my head right now, is like, well, maybe death has a physical form, and like, well, other than the moon, and that might be it. Like an avatar that walks on the earth kind of thing.
Could be, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh.
Just a random thought in Farrell's head. Once again, probably might not be true, but that's one of the many things that's bouncing around in his big, large head.
Real quick, Mr. GM, man.
Mhm.
As Farrell talks about all of this, can Alira make a check just to see if there's any type of info that she learned from when the time her brother was alive, to see if there's any info that could also give light, or no? I say no.
No. This it's a good thought, but not this time. This is very specifically Furbolg related. And that's not something that Illyria would have much experience with. Furbolgs just didn't really exist within Bunobral. It's too hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's just a little fault that I might.
I know, I know, and thank you for asking, but I don't think she would know.
Gotcha.
All right, guy. Any
Okay.
ideas?
Do you know what it is we're looking for in the mountains if we go there?
6-limbed creature that
That's a
either might help us or be the thing we need to stop. I don't
What did the
know.
6-limbed creature look like?
I only caught a glimpse of it in my vision.
You can roll me a nature check if you want, Farrell.
Oh, yes. Nature.
Kai does, while they are having this discussion, Shania, Kai does pipe up and say, I don't know anything about visions and Furbolg having a mother. Sounds weird, but makes sense.
Wait, why do... This is all in my brain. I'm not doing it out loud, just because this is more of a private question. Why do furballs not have mothers?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm a thing in a rock in your head,
No.
and
You
I was
said
born
a
out,
thing.
and I was born out of chaos.
Yeah, so was I. That doesn't mean that I can't still mean what I say and think what I think.
True.
So, why you say is weird that he has mom?
Because I don't have one.
Oh,
I was literally born out of chaos.
right. Yes, okay.
Literally.
Yes, I understand, yeah. Like, the size you are, or were, that is how you came into the world.
Wait, so he was born of the Death Moon.
Shania's having this conversation in her head. You don't know.
I know. That is kind of funny.
To your role there, Farrell. Unfortunately, you do not know what this is. You have never seen this creature before, nor have you seen any depictions of this creature.
Yeah, I tried my best to like maybe recall enough of it to like describe it, but like, yeah, to me it's just some sort of, you know, like it's like if a human saw something that like they just couldn't understand and they were trying to describe it, like when you hear about like the first descriptions of like elephants or something like that, and they're
Sure.
like like very misunderstood
Mhm,
because it's like
mhm.
it was a monster. Like,
It was a monster, yeah. Sykes, you can roll me a nature check though, since
it's hard to
hunting of
describe something
monsters
you
are
don't
your thing.
understand.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nature.
Hard
probably
DC
is
though.
an
You're looking at a DC of 20.
Yeah. I have to
Yeah.
roll 20.
Because I might be describing it very poorly.
Roll 20.
Well, you're rolling a 14,
Aw.
so it's not too bad. No, unfortunately, it's a monster. That's all you know.
Yeah.
The way Farrell's
mean-
describing it, it's a monster.
Mm.
All right. He said 6 limbs though. Or what'd you say?
So Illyria, I'm guessing Illyria, you also want to do a roll as well. I'm presuming.
Yeah, sure, because she has
hang
a
on,
plus.
hang on. Is nature a thing that Illyria is proficient in?
Oh, no.
Then no.
But she
I
might
have,
know
like, a
more about
+4.
the nature of Brunabrawl, if it's a Brunabrawlese.
It's a Brunabrawlian creature.
No.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's going to become a bit more like, oh, you failed. Oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, you failed. I'm going to do it. No.
Yeah. No, I totally understand.
To prevent that.
But yeah. But
What were some of the descriptions again you said, Farrell?
6 limbs,
Okay.
and
maybe-
it was kind of in silhouette, so I don't really know much more than that.
We could always go to some place and see if there's any monster info.
I mean, we were in a library
Yeah.
today.
Ooh.
We can totally go back and I can ask that not so very nice Tabaxi person about.
Well, they seem to like you.
Yeah, because I look like this.
Yeah.
Should I look like that if we go to the library?
It would really help.
Okay. Also,
They're
I
not
did
going
learn that
crazy.
there are some druids area that might know some stuff, but I know that some druids really don't like outsiders to the point of attacking without even talking. So that could be an option, but it could be
Well, it's not
dangerous
as
if
if
they're a
anyone
more
can
violent
confuse
group.
you for a local
A
on
violent
site.
group of druids.
That's actually, well, some druids, like, I mean, you know, our stronghold of furbolgs was a lot more pretty accepting of you, Sykes, but some furbolg tribes will literally attack anything that gets close because they don't trust people.
I thought you guys accepted me because I had some druidic blood in me.
Yeah, that's largely, I mean, I wasn't alive when that happened, but yeah, I assume that's what it was.
Yeah.
But some are a lot less trusting of others and might respond
That's weird. I always thought the druids were the peacemakers. Or they were
Of
the
Earth. but
Yeah.
sometimes the things that live on
Okay.
Earth hurt
Okay.
Earth and therefore need to be stopped.
Plus, if we do go there, I don't think you'll like me too much because she kind of points at her perplexion.
That's also
The
very
what?
true.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is an option. We can seek them out.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the library might be the best place to start looking.
Yeah, we could always see if there's like a creature index.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Also,
Legends
I
index, legends of myths.
actually should I roll?
What's it
Oh
for?
wait, my insight. I was thinking like if I should roll insight to know if there was something else that the party looked like they wanted to discuss before I showed up. Possibly.
What's your passive insight?
Well, my passive insight. Oh yeah, I forgot.
The
Yeah,
insight
that
plus
doesn't-
10.
10. It'll be
Yeah,
10,
it doesn't-
10,
it doesn't
10 plus your
actually
insight bonus.
show.
No, it'll be 10,
it would
10
be
plus your insight bonus.
17, but since I'm exhausted, I think it's actually lowered a little bit.
It'll
What if
probably
the
be.
passive gets-
It's either by 2 or by 2 or by 5. Farrell's an insightful individual anyway,
Mhm.
and even though you're exhausted, you would be able to tell that the party at least wants to talk about something.
Yeah. So
What
then
it is,
I'll
yeah,
stop and just be like,
what it is.
But anyways, I feel like I might have interrupted something when I showed up. So
No, you're fine.
sorry.
Right, yeah. We wanted to tell you there's this book and it has all the babies in it. Like it's a whole baby book. And then there's a book with dead people and then just sort of die in front of you. That's great. Oh, well, it's
It was
kind
like
of
a book that when you'd look at a blank page, it would like fill in as someone died. It was interesting.
Wow. That's fascinating. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Farrell, Farrell, before these two jumble your brain, that book is relayed to Lucy, god of knowledge, whatever. Every death and birth is recorded in those books every year.
She must communicate with Mother. Sorry.
Okay, no, now I need to know, okay? Because I was not asking because I was being like super polite and everything. But like, what? Tell me about the mother.
Oh, she's the tree that created all the world.
Wait, your mom is the tree?
I mean that she's the mother. She's your
That
mother
makes
too.
so much sense now.
Well, actually, she's
No,
not
Mom.
your.
My
Yeah,
mom.
she's not your mother because
No.
yeah, you're not of the world. But
Oh.
she was Sykes'
of the world.
Sorry, I don't mean anything by that.
Well,
badly.
It did feel like that.
Sorry.
I go
I don't mean it. But she's the mother
Illyria
of
gives
all.
Shanae a hug.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel so bad.
It's okay,
But-
Farrell. I give Farrell a hug.
No, I am of my parents, okay?
You are her adopted child.
I am of Gwyn and Frederick,
Oh,
and that's
no.
my mama and papa. And I have a mama.
She was born
so
from chaos. Her mom and dad are
Just-
chaos.
your mom's a tree.
Your mom-
Distant mother. You know, like how your mom has a mom,
Comparing
and then,
parents.
her mom has a mom. Like, it all came from one place, and that was.
Does that make
That
Illyria's
was
mom
weird.
of Mind Flayer?
Okay,
no, that
listen,
was
I
Illyria's
was
Yeah, we're
forced
not-
into this.
That was
That's not
Illyria's
cool,
like
man.
corruptor.
I know.
But-
I'm sorry.
But yeah, but we all come from the same.
Everybody needed to feel something.
So in a
Listen,
way,
alright.
Sykes is also my distant relative, as well as Illyria or
Oh,
Atlas or Tafari.
Well, I was forced into
Okay.
this transformation by the Mind Flayer, so...
Yes, but you were still born of this earth, so you still are
Yeah, you're
related
still
to the
elf.
mother.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an
And like I
elf.
said, the
She kinda
tieflings
just-
were adopted by the mother.
She kind of just
hope.
grabbed her one good elf ear while the other's just this little nub that's no longer there.
That's something weird.
What are you thinking about?
Y'all are related.
Yes.
I am not related with Sykes. I never met him until he came across me on one side of the road.
Like just how this like completely blew Janai's mind.
Yeah, like I'm from Fall, he's from Boonroll.
Oh, I love
Yes,
this.
but we
Both
all
elves, but that doesn't
come from the same. We're all
We're
very
distant,
distantly related
distant
to
related,
the
You're
though.
saying-
same.
All of you have the same tree mama.
Yeah, it just took 2,200
mama.
and however many years to get to where we are now.
Okay.
That's
I am
why
not a
that
nature
number.
person, but
That's why that
you're
number
just
is the thing, because that's how long
I'm-
it has been since the mother was born.
All right.
Farrell, I'm just going to add into there just a little bit.
Okay. Actually, I have no idea what the date is.
You would not actually have any idea what the date is and how many years it has actually been in the life of the world. It has simply always been there, and you just know that the world is fucking old.
Yeah. Okay. So the world is very, very, very old, and that it just takes that. It took that much time to get to where we are now, and things happen.
Janai considers that she now has a whole library of "Your mama is so old" jokes that she can start using on all of her friends. And it's
I mean, I still do
hilarious.
have a birth mother, of course, and father. Oh gosh, a very long time ago, I wrote down their names. Do I still have? Do I have them on my sheet? I would hope so. I
This
like
nature
their names.
talk
They're
is
cool names.
confusing the fuck out of me.
Shoot,
Anyway,
I
what
didn't
you're-
write down their names. But yes, but I do still have a birth mother, but she is still the mother of all.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry
we found a baby
sorry
book
if I
and we found a
confused you.
death book, and also
I found
Sykes got
oh.
mail.
Oh. Well, I was gonna bring up that we found some. We found out where there's some ravines in the mountain. That might help us get into the mountain, like you were just saying. So we could either go through it, or there's a spot that kind of goes over it, but that's the most dangerous spot. And one of the ravines was one that Tafari was talking about before, by his place.
And that goes through the mountain, you said?
It's the easiest place that goes through the mountain. Yes, to go to
Well,
Shastaton.
that's kind of where I want to go. So
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah, we got
not flying is
Yeah.
I like that
But
option.
speaking of Shastaton, I'm going to then pull the note out. I have something to share with you guys, and I didn't finish reading this because I wanted to bring it up with you, and so I will read it out loud.
Okay.
My dearest hunter, I know that you are searching for me. I would have expected nothing less of my hunter. Know that I am safe and surrounded by people I can trust. Those that are after me are an old enemy of mine that I thought I had managed to avoid for many years, but it seems that they finally caught up to me. Our son is safe. I have left him with a relative of mine in Torash. It's not the best of places for him, in my opinion, but it's better than staying with me and the safest place. But it's better than staying with me and the safest place for him. I cannot say where he is in case my enemies intercept this letter. Wait, didn't you say he was in Tarash? Anyway.
Well, not specifically where. in
Oh, got it. Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, that's a place. I don't remember where it
That's
was.
like he's in
Keep reading,
America.
keep reading. Come on, this
Sorry,
is very
sorry.
exciting.
I cannot say where he is in case my enemies intercept this letter, but know that he lives with my most distant and unusual uncle far away from the mountains, on the edge of the great expanse of water at the meeting of 3 important places. I will not say, don't try to find me, for I know you. Once you begin a hunt, you will not stop until your quarry is found. But I ask you to let your quarry be at rest for a while. Let her be protected by the circle that she has in this country. Seek out our little boy and bring him home. Take him from that stuffy, feudalistic backwaters place of Torash, and when I have dealt with my enemies and lay my past to rest, I will emerge from my hole and leave a scent for my hunter to follow. Dear hunter, beware those who bear the mark of the skeleton crow. They are not to be trusted and will ensnare you with their claws if you give them a chance. Look for it among the people you meet, for it cannot be changed, no matter the form they may take. Love you, my hunter. Use those friends you have gathered, and may you find your quarry. Your love in hiding, M.
She's yes.
Your wife's alive.
She ran. She wasn't
Alive.
caught.
She's alive and hidden there, all alive.
We need to find.
Sykes, come here.
Yeah.
Illyria is slowly falling
Group
into
hug on
that.
Sykes.
Yeah.
Stop it. No. Ugh.
Listen, Sykes.
Make it alive and she's
Well,
alive.
Yeah, she's alive, but remember, she has enemies. But
Mhm.
got a child waiting from whatever relative that she has. So that's our next destination. Well,
Which son?
Well,
You have more
she
than
was
one.
talking about Dale. Because Clyde he's with the druids, remember?
Right, yes, Clyde is with the druids.
So Clayle.
And Dale is in Torash.
Dale. Torash. Where's Torash? I'm
Yeah, do we
immediately
actually have a
looking at my
map of all of Malantar? Yeah, I forgot if we actually do.
We don't have an all Malantar.
No,
Okay.
but we looked at the ravines
would
today,
assume-
and we
Wait.
looked at
Atlas-
maps today.
Atlas is there as well. And
Oh.
yeah, Atlas is there. And as you start sort of saying, well, where's Torash? He pulls out his map. And you realise that Torash is the other side of the Dinar mountain range. East of the continent of Barandesh. And surprisingly easy to access. It is situated between two countries, Sorokan and Shasatan.
Oh, there it is.
yeah, we
We
got
have
so
to
many
still go through
destinations.
Shasatan. We'll still have to go through Shasatan to get there.
Well,
Yeah, we got
you have
many
more information
stops.
now. You have more information. One of those is the Sorokan path. There is
Oh yeah.
the Pass of Dinar, which will take you directly into Shasatan country. But there is also the Sorokan path, which, while that will lead you into the country of Sorokan, the map that Atlas has shows you could probably make your way from the Sorokan into Torash. Another option.
Yeah.
Depends what it depends what you want to do. You have options.
At least I know he's safe. But I still am worried about Madrid.
That's true.
Just
But
She's
if they're
definitely
after,
someone who can hold her own, though.
if they're
She's kept
after
up with
M,
me.
yeah, if they're after her, then at least you don't have to worry about. Oh, the one that's not Dale. I keep on forgetting his name. Actually, I remember
Clyde.
Dale and
Clyde.
yeah, Clyde. We don't have to worry about Clyde at least because they're not after your family. They're just after her, which is not. I mean, ideal anyways, but.
I
But
feel
she
bad
should be
about
safe.
bringing him
She
home,
knows.
though, 'cause yeah.
Is she an
Yeah,
elf
but-
also? I forgot.
Yeah, she's an elf.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, she's been alive for many, many, many years.
She's
I
probably
think we can trust
at least
her.
50 years younger than me, or older. It's hard to tell now.
Well, which is still 2 of my lifetimes at least.
Yeah.
So
Well, let me bring up something though. We cannot exactly. I hate to be bearer of bad news, but regardless if, let's say, shit, they are after her, it doesn't matter because they'll try to find her by any means necessary. Your family is still in danger, your son, and you.
Yeah, of course.
If I remember my knowledge of warfare, it's all about someone wanting to kill the other person, not the other way around, not, bish bash bosh. They'll use any method. Intrigue, warfare, espionage, all that. It all depends if they get to her. Of course, from what I hear from your wife, she is capable, so don't have to worry on that front. But we got unknown enemies, and surprisingly, we got a lot of unknown enemies on our backs. But that's how life is.
Yeah.
But
We even have a weird nightmare clown.
I try not to think about the
honestly,
clown.
honestly, she looks at Tafari. Honestly, I don't even know how this man managed to go through all these types of insane situations and yet makes it so unreal and yet makes him real.
Anyway,
We
if she
got
says
many
he's
stop
safe-
stuff.
Yeah, if she says he's safe for now, I will. Obviously, she still said to go get him. But I will help everything here that we're doing here for now, and then as we make our way to Torash to get my son. However, Torash, because she said where the three things meet. Where did she say?
We also need to find your uncle.
Her uncle,
Whoever-
yeah.
Or her uncle. Whoever that may be.
And I don't believe you met.
Do I
this
remember
uncle,
her talking
Sykes.
about her uncle at all, like in the past?
She
Okay.
never once mentioned her family.
Yeah, true.
She also
I'm
never
guessing
said. So, just so you are aware, Sykes, because you would be aware of this.
Yeah.
Madrid never once talked about her family. She never
Mhm.
once talked about where they came from. Every time you asked, she always deflected, and she never ever spoke about anything that happened before you two met. Every time you asked and you wanted to show and you tried to show interest, she always deflected. But eventually, you learnt to just not ask. She didn't want to talk.
Yeah. The edge of the great expanse of water at the meeting of three important places in Torash.
Atlas points to
Yeah,
an incredibly large body of water on the other side of the
it says
mountain
the
range.
extinct lake.
It could be
Is
that.
that what that is, Alice?
It could be. Sorry, Ruben, I'm not able to do your voice. It could be. It's a big body of water.
Where would the meeting of three important places be? Would that be that city that's there? I don't know what it doesn't say what the city name is.
Well,
I'd show them the city endpoints.
the map that Atlas has is not of Torash. It's just of the continent, and it only shows it only shows major cities. It doesn't show the
I guess Shazatin and Tora
smaller individuals.
Because he had the one of Shazatin, right?
No, he doesn't.
Oh. Okay, my bad.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, well, I mean, we can always go to Torash and get a map and try to find the three locations, but it's gonna be by that lake, I guess. Possibly.
It's the best bet. We got many leads to cover.
Yeah. At
What?
least we have a lead. And at least I know he's safe, so let's get
That's
what
good.
we came here to do, and we'll go get my son after.
I place a hand on Tavari's shoulder, like signifying that it's going to be a while until we find his hometown.
Well, no, I mean, we could still go that way, but
Well,
because we were kind of helping them with that first, right?
I understand, but
I guess technically
Yeah.
we'll be closer to there when we're in Traman. So if we go that way and then come back, I don't know.
Oh,
This is a discussion
once-
that would be better to have Jeff here for.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
But,
we'll
like-
come back to it. We got some monster books to look up.
Yes.
where's it? We gotta go to Traman, Dialchata, Forest.
You've got a full
Yeah,
list of
man.
places.
Yeah.
Full list.
Like I was thinking,
And the mountains.
she's not only safe, she knows how to get a message to you. That messenger found us in the middle of a library of a place that we weren't a day
Yeah.
ago. And he was sneaky. Like, okay, we spotted him straight away, but like on the hall,
It was marked by the dragon. So the Brotherhood of the Dragon got it to me.
she has connections there.
Yeah.
Maybe we could.
I
I
was
hate
about
to
to
do
say
it, but we could always talk to them and see how they're connected. Maybe we could get a letter back to her somehow.
She said not to.
Yeah,
Not
that's
to. Because, like I said, she has enemies that are looking everywhere for her. If we try to send a message to her, it could
I mean,
compromise
okay.
her own safety.
Well, then maybe I just find out if she's with the Brotherhood.
I don't think they were going to reveal their members that easily. I think, in terms of what I'm hearing and what I am assuming, she prefers to have her past laid to rest once this is all over.
I guess that's something I'll have
As
to
the
ask
old
her when
saying
she
goes,
comes home.
let
Then.
old dog. Like an old saying that I've heard many a time, let old dogs rest.
Yeah, we had something similar.
Let
It
old
sounded different, but
Dogs
yeah.
rest, but I can't
Yeah,
let
son.
Murphy die.
Something to that effect, of course.
But yeah, we'll
I grab
have to.
Sykes by the shoulders and I go, when she will be home. Because she will be home.
I give Janae a hug.
Yeah. I
That's
give him a
won't-
big squeeze.
I won't
It's a
rest
tight
until your family is restored either. We
Mhm.
will. Same thing with yours, Janai. We will find them. And Illyria too.
I'll have to let. I'll have to let Clyde know that she's okay too. Somehow.
Hmm.
Just, yeah, I'm fine in my family, but the more I learn about history from when I was missing to now, Dialchata was one of the catalysts of the Civil War. They used the death of many civilians, good people, for the victors' own benefit.
Well, that sounds about right for this place. Let's find out what's left over of it and be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to stay here though. This place is my home, and I'm gonna, what Tafari said, make it better.
You gonna
Somehow.
stay here?
More or less, this is my home, Sykes. I'm still
Okay.
willing to help you as far as I can go, but other than that,
Of course. I mean, it's up to you.
I gotta do what I gotta do for my home.
Mm-hmm.
This is not what Boonerball's supposed to be. Never meant supposed to be. Heck, I
Yeah.
even know my younger brother had orphanage filled with all kinds of races, even tieflings, who didn't even have a home.
Hmm.
My brother was a selfless man, kind individual, and a devout man as well. So I want to put his principles ahead.
Gotcha.
Question for the DM. What
Mhm.
time of day is it right now?
With
That's
these
a good
revelation, with these revelations and discussions, it is about mid-evening, getting into late evening. You guys have had quite the revelations, and that takes time to process.
Right. We've had
So
one
it's-
day in town. We were going to have 2 days in town, or
2.
2 days, yeah.
2.
So we got
So
one
we
more
have
day.
one more day.
You have one more
here.
day.
All right. Well, everyone, I think we should eat
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
drink
and I
and be
need
merry.
a nap.
Like, I'm gonna need a big drink after, though. Gonna
Absolutely
celebrate.
fair.
I think I know where to find one.
And-
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. A night of merriment. A way of trying to drown a night of merriment, either drowning one's sorrows or trying to gain what joy there is out of sorrow.
I mean, yes, there is a lot of good news in what Neil or what
There
Sykes
is.
read,
Yes.
and there's also some good news in what happened with Farrell. You know, like,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
there is
It
positives.
is a night of merriment. It is somber. It's a somber night of merriment, but it is a night of merriment nonetheless.
Mhm.
And you all bed down for the night. Janai, I imagine you do spend time with Laka
Yes, I got to Lakshmi's place.
and with Lakshmi, and she recognizes your distracted nature, I suppose. Actually, no. You tell me. How is Janai? How would Janai be?
I think it's contemplative by the end of the night. Like that,
Mm.
you know, when you're like 3 beers in and you're just thinking a little bit too deep about the world.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's familiar.
That's where she is. That's where she is.
Fair enough.
She's just sort of, she's quieter than usual, and
Mhm.
like her attention is not as focused, and she seems a little less attentive and in the moment.
Mhm. And she recognizes that. Lakshmi does recognize that. She starts poking you. Hey.
Stop it!
What is it?
Ah, stop it!
Hey,
Ah, tickles. Stop it!
Yes. You're not talking. You're not talking.
Okay. What do you want me to talk about? I don't.
What's in your head? I gotta say, you look really cute as a cat.
Several drink. Oh, thank you.
You really do.
Is this
You
a
look cute
thing?
as a
Are we
cat.
making this a thing? Should I get like a? I don't know.
We can make it a thing.
I don't. Am I
Nah,
cuter as a
not-
cat or as a tiefling?
Not now. You're distracted. What is it? Come on.
Oh, I almost had you. Okay. Now a lot of things have
Later.
happened. We are still on goal. We are still traveling to Dial Cheddar. Well, I guess we'll have to get off the boat soon.
Yeah, I haven't been looking forward to that.
Nah, me neither.
It's been fun having you here, and I do like you.
Yeah, we're going to
I like
a pile of rubble, and then I have to start convincing Illyria that that family is actually dead. Which will take, I don't know, I'll have to move heaven and earth. I think I need several prayers before that gets into anywhere, because I don't think she's going to believe anything anytime soon.
It'll be fine.
How do you know?
I've been thinking.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try and get out of this place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any direction specifically you want to go?
Anywhere. Just get on a boat and leave. I don't know which way. It's your fault, you know. She's poking you. It's your fault.
I poke her with my tail.
Yeah, I'm going to leave. Spent the day talking with the captain about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Women here are... It's not that we don't do all the jobs. Men tend to do more of them. I can be a captain, but it would just be unusual.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And of course, I'm a sailor on a ship. I have more to work up with. Stow in the boat, I can just walk my way up through the boat instead. Another place.
A new place.
A new place. I don't know where though. Kind of fun.
It sounds like an adventure.
I don't know. Anyways, let's go to sleep.
I snuggle up and like the last thing I say before we both drift off is like, you be careful, okay?
Her eyes sort of flutter open and she looks into your cat-like face at that moment. It's probably
No,
slightly
I think
smart.
I washed my face before
Oh,
bedtime.
you've okay.
Honestly.
You would have watched. Okay. Fine. She looks into your eyes. You too. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, you too.
You all drift off to a night's sleep. Farrell, you will not be exhausted the following morning because you've now had a night's sleep, so you'll get rid of that exhaustion point. And you all wake up the following morning. Some with sore heads, possibly. Some with less sore heads. And we will end the session there. It is 5 to 9. Yeah. It was...
It's
that
a
was...
good point.
That was quite the lore drop, and I feel that you guys might have some processing to do. So,
Yeah.
yes.
we like pretty much everybody here had their own revelation of some kind. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's been
rewatch this whole thing with note paper and go like, okay, I gotta get out of this.
yeah. I could
Also-
tell you were like, oh shit, I need to no time.
possibly, if you want, Lydia, I could send you something that I sent Ed, but you know, if it's okay. If it's okay with Ed, I'll share it.
It's entirely up to you, Sean. If you want to play with the idea of it, of Farrell trying to explain his beliefs.
Actually, that's a good point. I kind of like that more because the creation of the misconceptions kind of make it even more like mythological and like weird.
It's the way you were trying.
At some point, somewhere in Janai's brain, your mom's a tree now. Like
the way you were explaining it was
so much sense now.
The way you were explaining it was absolutely fucking hilarious, and
yeah, it was
my recommendation is try and do it in character because it's funny.
Yeah, I like that more.
But if you want to send Lydia what you've written me with regards to the Farrell beliefs, then you are most welcome to do so. I won't be stopping you in that. That will end up in the world. That'll end up in the World Amble stuff.
Nice.
On the whole, like Janai will be stupid about it either way. Like if I know it.
Oh
or not,
yeah.
Like she'll still go. Well, I'll park it next to the horse, I guess. So this knowledge.
So I would say any memorable moments, but oh boy,
so much.
There's so many.
There was a lot today.
There was a vision, and his
I
wife's
think
still alive.
I think I could pick out
we
my
found a
own.
baby book.
Yeah,
If I had to think of
Neil
one.
for a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Like actually trying to.
So yeah, if you had to pick one, which one would you pick? I'll start with Sean here. If you had to pick one,
I would pick Neil actually getting legitimately teary because, like, you know, it just does go to show how in the mind of the characters we are, and it's like, you know, even when the character is going through something emotional, it can trigger an actual like emotional response because like Sykes is basically his own like real person now, you know, and his family too. So it's like You know, that just goes to show how like real these characters kind of feel. You know,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
It's a good example of what the imagination can do.
Yeah,
To
I was
something.
getting a little bit teary-eyed as well.
I
As you were
noticed
reading
that,
it.
yeah.
As you were reading it was a bit difficult. Neil, if
Reading the note, like I love, like, you know, like deciding, okay, I'll read the note, and then like halfway through, and I kind of realized who wrote the note, I stopped.
Well,
I
what
was like-
part got you? Was it when you read like my son or our son or something like that, or what?
Yeah, it was when I read the part. It says, "Our son is safe. I have left it," and I close it.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I kind of figured
I was like,
that's
oh
where
my
you
God.
were like, oh god.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
how much
was-
there was to read. In my mind, I was like, "Oh my god, there's so much written."
Yeah, it was a full
I
on.
was actually reading it.
Yeah, it's full on
That was
letter.
good.
It's full on letter.
good.
Lydia, if you have a memorable moment.
Ah! Ah!
I know. It's
There
a,
were so many.
out
hard.
of a lot of memorable moments. Which one stood out? Shall I say?
I freaking love visions and the idea that, like, by now all of us have like a different interpretation of what it might mean or where it might lead to, and it's absolutely fascinating, because I strongly disagree with everything that's been said so far, and that's great, because that means that we've got so much to explore. It says everything and nothing. And our whole course has changed now with the letter and the, I don't know, there's so much to consider, and our world keeps growing, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, we have many more
I-
pins on the corkboard.
Mhm.
Oh
I
yeah.
will say I am glad she sent this letter, because otherwise I just would have gone to Shasterton and murdered every single skeleton crow member.
I know you would have. I know you would have. I was
That kind of
very.
was
I
our
still
plan.
am.
We've
Any
done so
anyone
well.
that we come across, I still plan to. But
It might still happen for all you know.
Yeah,
You might just choose to go just take
like,
revenge on them
breaks,
all.
and he's like, and yeah, kills a whole
Yeah.
country.
No, I was
I
very much
specialize in
aware.
revenge if you want any. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I was very much aware of that, Neil, and that is still absolutely an option.
Yeah.
That is still absolutely an option. It's just I had all. But Jed's got some secrets. I'll just put it that way, and I'm not afraid to say that, because you now
The
guess.
more she hides it from me, the more I'm gonna get involved. So
Yeah, exactly. And I think Madrid also knows you very well, which is the reason why she wrote.
Oh yeah,
I won't tell you to not hunt for me. Just
yeah,
leave me.
'cause she
Just
knows
let.
it's gonna happen.
She knows that you're going to hunt for her.
But hey,
So-
she knows that you brought a bunch of friends with you, so she's keeping tabs on
But
you. so
her
that's a
her
thing.
definitely telling me about the sun though makes me like want to, at least like now I want to hunt for the sun and not for her.
Yeah.
Because I know
He's
she's
more
okay.
vulnerable than
We're
she
headed
is.
for Dale now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
And-
I'll definitely bring him home and wait for her. So
Last but not least, Zelma, if you have a memorable moment or something that sticks out to you.
Essentially everything that you guys said.
Yeah.
Funny moments like Sinead, Lydia's character going, "Baby boy!" It's
baby boy.
like,
So baby just pops in.
She has a
Oh,
soft spot
God.
for babies.
Apparently.
Yeah, yeah. That was something that was
Oh,
that was
just named what?
at the point it was yesterday. I'd already decided that there would be birth and death certificates. I'd
Does
already
the birth
said this
certificate
little.
tell who the parents are too?
Yeah, they do.
It
does. It's this is all a little bit of sort of background how my brain works. When I said last session that there were birth and death certificates and you can go and look at them, my brain was going, well, how the fuck are they going to keep an eye? How do those certificates get there? Who writes them? Who keeps them going? Who would do they do that? My head was going. That's an extremely highly complicated and logistical problem. Actually, hang on a minute. No, this is a place of Lucia. She is information. This makes much more sense.
Yeah, that just
Yeah.
like went together perfectly by accident almost. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wait, that's actually a very simple answer and solution to this.
It's a very simple solution, and one that I had actually been sort of just letting turn in the back of my mind for the past week or so. So yeah,
it's like you left a hint for yourself even though you didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's basically how this world also builds itself as well. There comes a point
Nice.
where world building starts to the world starts to build itself instead of me and others baiting
It's like
building
a
putting stuff into the
tree.
world.
It starts
Yeah.
as a seed and then it grows.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
then
It's
a
like a
scary
tree.
grin man shows up with an axe and
An axe and some fire. Anyways, we're going to raid somebody here today. And Artie Fakes is online. They are playing Chaotic Questers, doing Dungeons and Dragons. So go over there, go raid them. I think, was it Artie Fakes or was it somebody else? Oh, hang on a minute. I raided somebody last time. I can't remember if it was Artie Fakes or something. I know I was told not to do that. Can't remember who it was. Well, we'll do Artie Fakes anyway. Because they're doing Dungeons and Dragons, playing Chaotic Questers, so we're going to go raid them.
Nice.
Give them some love, give them some hugs, give them some likes, all that wonderful stuff I know you guys are capable of. I will be back tomorrow afternoon from 12 p.m. GMT plus 2 or BST plus 1 or CEST, one of those fucking anagrams, you know, those things. I'll be here at 12. I'll be live at 12 o'clock Dutch time. There you go.
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
For
And you'll
to play
figure it out for yourself.
and you figure it out for yourself. Playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance, and then I'll be back again on Sunday evening, same time as these guys with the Motley Mercenaries, where they are currently figuring out what all these bloody mirrors are about. So we'll see what happens with that. And also one of them apparently might have actually just been grabbed by something that they didn't want to be grabbed by. So we'll see how that turns out. Well, so either ways, you'll have to wait until then to see what happens. Guys, take care of yourselves, love yourselves, give yourself big hugs, give your other loved ones big hugs as well, and we'll see you again in another stream. Bye.
Bye.